to talk to Gage.
Well guys, this is a video I've been waiting to make for quite a while now. Like, I've had the idea of doing something kind of like this for quite some time. I just haven't done it yet. We're outside, as you can see. This is just an area of my backyard. And yeah, it's a really nice day out. I thought it'd be cool to just kind of shoot a video outside for once. You know, we don't always have to be like cooped up inside, even though a lot of times that is fun. You know, the introvert in me comes out at last, you know. That's fun. I have my Chick-fil-A hat on.
A lemonade?
It's the only hat I really have, and it's really hot out, so I did that for like the sun and everything. Please excuse the background noise. I mean, obviously like nature sounds, but that's good. That's why we're here. But like, we're also next to like a highway, so you're gonna hear like big trucks and stuff going by sometimes. So this might end up being like the worst sounding video of all time, but we're going to embrace it and just see what happens, because I have no earthly idea how this is going to end up when I go to edit it. But I just wanted to try it, you know, try something new. So what this video is about is, honestly, I just want to like kind of have a heart to heart, you know, with all of you. You know, a lot of people generally don't, you know, like, you know, talk and be real vulnerable, like on YouTube, you know, through a screen, you know, on camera. But it's something that I've always just found to be a little easier. You know, at least it's something I've always had a desire to do, because to me, I feel like today a lot of people are afraid to be themselves and are afraid to be vulnerable. And that's like one of the few things that I don't want to be bad at. And, you know, it's hard because I tend to be, you know, maybe a little more on the introverted side, you know, just struggle to sort of, you know, say what's on my mind. Usually I'm not that kind of person, you know. I can be, but not a lot of the time. And so it's something I just wanted to do. It's something I've always wanted to just be good at and never lose that. I've just had a lot of thoughts on my mind lately, and honestly, it's kind of getting to the point where it's like unbearable. So like I have to talk about it, you know, and I'm unbearable in the sense that like I really don't have a whole lot of people in my life that really like hear or like, you know, really understand, I guess, like understand like me, you know, my thoughts, where I'm coming from with a lot of stuff. And I feel like this YouTube channel, you know, it's always been my passion project to do this and, you know, put myself out there and really just make videos that I've always wanted to make or that appealed to me in some way. And that's, you know, definitely what this is. Has it occurred to anyone else, to any of you, that things just feel so different now? Like everything feels so different. I'm gonna share a little bit of my history growing up, kind of leading to this point in time where I'm questioning a lot in my life and about life. Because things did not always used to be this way. Things are very different. But as a kid, I grew up going to a small community church. I grew up going to this place that really provided me a sense of community, you know, a sense of family, of belonging, you know, all growing up. You know, like it was not uncommon for me to have a lot of people that I saw every single week, pretty much every single day of the week, because we also went to the school there at that church. And it was kind of the norm that I basically grew up with this massive family of people that I had known since birth. And the saddest and most isolating part of that is that I feel like I'll never be able to fully share and help you all to understand exactly what that felt like. Now, maybe some of y'all have experienced similar things before, but if you haven't, or even if you have, there's an element of how I related to it and how it really felt looking back, you know, that it's just something I feel like I can never really put into words. And even if I could, I feel like it just will never come across the way that it really felt to be in my shoes, you know, during those times. But it really was like just such a beautiful time, you know. I mean, yeah, there's the element of like childhood, you know, you're a kid, you're growing up. That's very different, you know, for everyone. But for me, you know, like obviously like childhood was great, you know, and that's a big part of why I look back on it with nostalgia and so many memories of fondness. But the truth is, I'm probably one of the few people in all of human history who was actually excited to be an adult, was excited to turn 18, you know, to get to 21 and beyond, you know. Like, I was excited, I was pumped for it. I was so excited to be done with school. I sucked at school for most of my life, and I was just hyped to be done with it. I was like, finally, I can be free, I can do whatever I want. And I had such big ideas and ambitions and dreams there at that time, because I really wanted, you know, to get married, to start a family, and to work really hard at those things, you know, that really mattered to me. You know, of course, growing up in church, I had a lot of experiences that opened my eyes to just the sinfulness of humanity, and the fact that, like, all of us are kind of messed up if you think about it. You know, even at my best, like, I still, like, make bad decisions. Like, even now I make bad decisions. Like, I've always done that, you know. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, we realize that all of us are that way. And so that led me on, you know, of course, this extended saga journey of, you know, really believing in what the Bible says. And I believed in it so much that I eventually came to this place of being willing to literally quit my job at the time, which I was working at, like, a Sheetz at the time. I don't know if all of you'll know what Sheetz is, but it's basically a gas station. That's kind of like a step above most gas stations. But I was so committed to what the Bible was saying that I was willing to give it all up in order to pursue, like, ministry, and to just, like, go all in, you know, like the Bible says we should. I think what really tore me apart was getting to that point in my life when I was 18 and 19 and 20, and even now, you know, this past couple years since, like, COVID and a little before it, it's just realizing that not only is that childhood innocence gone, which, you know, I'm okay. I was willing to embrace that because, like I said, I was excited to be an adult. But it was also just realizing how little people actually care about the things that they claim to care about. And I'm not trying to make this whole video all about just church drama and religion related stuff, but it was devastating going from that community I used to have as a kid to not knowing where any of those people are at today. And the ones I do know where they're at, you know, that were still there, you know, before I left my childhood church, didn't even seem to care about me much. All of that's really gotten me thinking, you know, just how different things are now, and not in a good way. And like I said, you know, yeah, I did quit my job for a time, you know, pursue ministry stuff. And I even went to college not too long after that, when I was just in a really rough point in my life. And actually it was during that time when I started my YouTube channel, which was like about a little over a year ago. But what I found out was I was so ready. I was so freaking ready to embrace being an adult, you know, embrace the changes that were coming with that, the new responsibility, and just the happiness and joy. You know, people always talk about, like, being an adult in such bad terms, which I don't really think about it that way. At least I didn't when I started out. But, bug scared the freak out of me. I don't like bugs. I'm risking a lot for you guys. I just want you to know that I'm risking a lot being out here. I could be attacked by spiders, and I'm being chewed up by mosquitoes. I don't belong here. I'm just kidding. No, it's beautiful. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, but being an adult, I basically have grown up in an era, in a generation that doesn't really seem to care about us much. Like, at all. Like, leadership, people way older than us, typically don't care or don't understand what we're really going through. I mean, every generation has had their problems. That's you know, for sure. But, like, back in the 90s and before that, like, you could rent out a place for like $200 or something like actually reasonable. And now it's like $1,000. Like, $1,000 is kind of normal. And you have to move out with, like, multiple people if you want to move out at all. Like, I still live, you know, where I grew up basically, and I still live with my family. And it's not all bad, but I got to this place where, you know, I went, I started working a bunch, and I was going all in, you know, just like, you know, so much time spent, you know, working and saving up money, because I was like, oh, I want to get a wife. And, you know, at the time, you know, I was going on like so many dates, and I say so many dates, you know, it wasn't so much, my problem was that I couldn't give up on people. So, like, I would go on so many dates until, like, you know, typically they were the ones who broke up with me.
Hello, darkness.
My biggest dream in life since I was a kid was I wanted to know what it's like to be married. I wanted to know what it's like to have a life partner.
Who are you gonna marry?
Why like Gabby?
Only the future can tell.
You're so stupid. And to me, that's always sounded like one of the most beautiful experiences that a human being can go through when it's, of course, a good marriage. And to me, that's still my dream. But man, I just had so much misfortune. But man, it was hard. Like, you would be a gentleman and pour actual money, resources into people, into, even girls that you're interested in. And then you wouldn't hear from them after that, or maybe shortly after, it was almost like they would try to come up with an excuse to hate you, or come up with an excuse to just dislike you. The most alarming thing I think I've ever experienced in my life is, the same people who say they love you over and over and over again are the same people who, the moment anything goes wrong, they suddenly hate you, they are disgusted with your existence, and it's just rabid. I've experienced that plenty of times, but that's not what I want. Because as a kid, you embrace people and you care for people, and that childhood innocence kind of just makes you more open-minded to people. And it's not a matter of judging them and weighing them if they're good enough for me or good enough to be around me or be my friend or any of that, but it's just I want to get to know them. I want to be their friend because I don't know anything about them. And that's the whole point, is I want to learn about them. What are they passionate about? What do they hate in life? What do they really like? And I know being an adult makes you jaded in certain ways. People like to joke about it. But I don't think we're doomed to lose some of that childhood innocence, some of that childhood, maybe wonder is the right word, that leading in a way that's with love, to me, I love getting to know people. I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I love interacting with you all on this channel, both on, these more serious videos and even on my more stupid, goofy videos. It's fun and enjoyable to me. It's fulfilling. The most fulfilling moments of my life are the ones where I was spending time with someone who I knew was not looking to screw me over at every turn. It was someone I knew I could trust. That's a feeling that I feel like is irreplaceable. It's priceless, But anyways, I'm probably getting a little more off topic than I originally intended. But yeah, for me, man, everything just feels so different. It feels like even in the short amount of time I've been alive, since 2003, things have changed so much in the past 5 to 10 years. It is absolutely insane how different things are. And it's terrifying, my generation can't move out of their houses unless you have really good friends or roommates, that'll split the money, split the responsibility and all. None of us can afford a house. None of us will probably ever own a home for ourselves. Everyone dedicates all of their breathing hours to work. And it's interesting because the 40-hour work week was something that, which president's slipping me right now, but it was just one of the presidents made it a law after Henry Ford. He made that the norm in their factories, car manufacturers and stuff. And yeah, look it up. Definitely look it up, because I clearly do not remember all the details, but. Ooh, what is that? That's a buggy. That is a buggy. But yeah, it's work, and people have no time for making memories. Honestly, what kind of drove me mad, I had to make this video, was just this feeling of right now it's summer, it's summertime. We're close to June, and I'm excited for June because currently SMT5 Vengeance hasn't come out. And I'm really excited to play that on June 14th when it comes out. But yeah, we're getting close to summer. And we literally cannot do anything because I don't really have any friends. Sometimes I have a hard time making friends, even though I'm really good at talking to people one-on-one and all that. I'm just, come across more introverted, whatever. This right now, this moment, I'm never gonna get it back. This summer, I'm never gonna get back either. It's slipping away from me. And, I'm 21 now. It feels like I turned 18 like last month. Like it feels like it was that recent, but I'm just getting older, and it's hard to see hope for the future. It's hard to see what future is even there when I'm not going to ever achieve the things that everyone else is going to achieve. And I just want to make memories at that point. But if I can't then make memories, I'm like, well, what do I do with myself, you know? And all I can do is indulge in my hobbies, you know, make these videos, play video games, watch movies. And I'm thankful for all those things. I'm glad I still enjoy video games and movies. Like that's something that was part of my childhood, and it's been like the only, one of the few very consistent things in my life that I've done that hasn't gotten old, and that has brought me just so much pleasure and joy and growth is from experiencing art. And I love that. But even, you know, they say variety is the spice of life. Even I want to do other things, and sometimes I get really sad because there's even the friends I do have are like really far apart, you know, really far away, and it's just not easy to hang out with people, you know. If you know anyone, if I know anyone, it's just hard to do because that sense of community is just kind of missing today. It's gone. It's not the same as it once was when you saw the same people at the same place day in, day out. Like, for all of church's flaws, that was the best part about going to church, without a shadow of a doubt, for me, across all my years going. It was just that sense of having a community of people. And I think that's, at the end of the day, what church should prioritize. I'm missing that now. It's gone. Everyone's grown up and moved away, and now it's difficult. And right now in my life, I just feel really directionless, you know. I enjoy making these videos. Like I said, I enjoy indulging in my hobbies, but I've never felt so lost in my entire life. I still care about religion. I still care about, you know, the Bible on a personal level. And I don't want to make, you know, this is definitely an extended topic, but it's just hard to care like I used to when no one else does. And I know that I'm never going to achieve as much as I would want to because I'm alone and no one else seems to care. And it's not just, oh, no one cares, so I don't care. But it's no one cares, so no one's doing anything about it. You know, the modern American church is like a business. You know, it has CEOs, you know, big pastors that are like making crap tons of money. And honestly, I question any Christian who like buys like a mansion, you know, just excess. You know, it doesn't have to be a mansion per se, just anything that's like excess. Because like, bro, that you claim to love Christ and love people, and that you're not, you know, of this world, but you're claiming that you're just passing by, right? Why are you buying mansions and like luxury items, you know, like really luxury things, you know? Like it's fine to like enjoy hobbies and stuff, like that's totally cool, but just a lot, you know? It's like, man, we really are screwed. So that's why I stopped caring about it, honestly, just for the time being, even though like on a personal level, like I do care. I just feel very apathetic right now. And honestly, that's how I feel about a lot of things, just everything. You know, I just feel very apathetic, and that's lame because I know that in the future, when I'm older, I'm gonna look back and I feel like I'll have nothing to regret because I try, you know, I've done everything I can to make friends, to find a girlfriend, to make money, you know, but what am I even working for? If I somehow sacrificed everything in my life to get a house, I'm not gonna have anyone to share it with. And if I find somehow someone to share life with, well, I won't even be able to because they're gonna be too busy with other things in their lives because they're in the rat race or whatever. You know, it's killing me. Like, it's absolutely killing me to high heavens. I'm suffering over here with seeing what really matters in life, and I'm able to separate what the past generations viewed as important and the norm. You know, you graduated, you went to college, you know, you graduated, you got married, you bought a house, you went into crap tons of debt, but it's okay, you'd pay it off later. I'm able to separate those outdated things because it's really just not worth it to me, or to really shouldn't be worth it to any of us. due to the cost of everything. And I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about time. It doesn't matter to me, but not everyone thinks that way. So if you're the only one, does it really matter? I don't know. Hasn't seemed to matter for the past 4 years, you know? You know, I've even thought about like getting like an RV, you know, like I thought about doing that instead and living out of that and like traveling, you know, actually living life, freaking living life and making memories. And it's like, I want to do that, but why would I spend all that money just to have no one to do that with? No one there. Why would I do that? And all this has really just shown me, like, man, it's crazy. Like, you know, people, you know, I'm a big JRPG fan, obviously. You know, a lot of you guys will know that. But one of the cliche tropes in JRPGs is, like, the stories about, like, the power of friendship, or friendship being a large theme in the story. But really, I see why. I see why so many of them did that and it became a trope. Because as cheesy as it is, friends really are the reason we live.
Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for.
Family, people, those are the reasons that we still live life. And that's beautiful. But in a world where everything is just so twisted and missing, what do we do with that? So yeah, I think I pretty much shared all my thoughts. This video is probably a mess. I just had to talk about it, you know. Do anything in your power to find community, to find that found family and live it, man. Like, just live it. You know, enjoy, you know, like your hobbies, you know, like that's fine. Always keep those, but do less working and more living, I think. I think we'd all be happier if we did that. But anyways, I love you all. Thank you all for watching this video. And I'll see you all in the next one. We're probably going to talk about some video game related stuff or movie related stuff next time. I've already been I've been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus lately. And I actually was playing that like this morning before I came out here to record this. It's a really cool game. I have some thoughts though, so like, I don't know, maybe we'll make a video on that. I think it's gonna be sad if we look back at this video and then like, I never ended up making that Arceus video. That'd be kind of sad, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I basically make videos whenever I'm like really feeling it.
I'm really feeling it.
You know, like I'm really like, yeah, I really want to make that right now. Or today where I really felt like I had to make it. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I love you all and thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.